Coach, if you can please come forward. Miss Angeli, can you please step forward also?
Okay. You're filming? Okay.
Miss Denise and Miss Lezlie, can you please come forward also?
For those of you who don't know it, these three ladies have been instrumental in helping with the Pop Top program. Leslie first come up with the idea, and then Denise and Dolly have just supported us. We pass out these cans all over the island, and these folks have helped move them a lot further than the kids could actually carry them. We get the people to rip the Pop Tops off and put them in the cans, and then Miss Leslie carries them back to Canada. They get melted down and then recycled, and the money that we got for them, we're raising money to get wheelchairs. Now, although our efforts haven't been real successful, it takes a lot of Pop Tops, over $1 million to get one chair. Because of all the awareness and all the help we've received, 19 wheelchairs have come to St. Maarten and been distributed to the people in need.
Wow.
That's all your little kids and your Pop Tops. 19 wheelchairs have come to St. Maarten. So we wanted to honor you folks and thank you for all your help and continued support. So, thank you for your help. Okay. All right. Give a big round of applause, please. We have 8 pounds
Oh, great.
of Pop Tops for you.
All
We'll put them in a
right.
plastic bag.
Okay.
But 8 pounds of Pop Tops.
Woo-hoo.
We tried to. Okay, bring them over to Miss Leslie. Emma, lots of pictures.
Come and we're going to organize this.
Wow. Big smile on his face.
Wow.
Okay. Okay, Malik, go back and get another one.
Whoa. Whoa.
Okay, come.
Whoa.
Go get one.
Wow.
You getting
thank
pictures of all this,
you.
Emma?
Holy mackerel.
Ah,
I think they beat our 20
You're gonna have
pounds.
to put it on the table.
put on the table. Yeah.
Whoa. We're going to get surrounded.
This is mid-house contribution. Yes.
First off, real quick, everybody knows that we have a train as our logo, and we use what's called a GG1, so I thought I'd real quick explain that, particularly to some of the younger ones who don't know that yet. The GG1 represents thinking outside the box. In 1935, 3 engineers from General Electric decided they were going to be out of a job because they were building submarines for the war effort. Now, for those of us who are a little older, we know that the war didn't start for the United States until 1940 and didn't end until 1945. So these guys are thinking 10 years ahead that they're going to be out of work because these submarines are going to go out of style. So they decided they had to do something else with the electronics they were building, and what they were making were small, portable electric engines. They decided that one big engine in a submarine took too much power, but if you had a bunch of little small ones, it didn't take much power, and together, working as a team, they could make that submarine go faster, further, and stay underwater a lot longer. So they decided, let's see what we could do. So they came up with the idea of making a train. Most of them worked in the New York area, and they had electrified part of the New York rail, and they were having a lot of problems with the electric train, so they made an electric train. In 1935, their train went 90 miles an hour. Cars at the time were doing about 35. Now, they had a few race cars with 14 cylinders that could do a little bit more, but the average car was that. Trains at the time were doing about 55. This electric train was so popular, it didn't retire until 1983. In the 70s, Amtrak was trying to have trains built. They built 4 different varieties, and not one could touch the speed or the length of the GG1. One of the things that was interesting about the GG1 was it was streamlined before any other train, and it was welded. Cars had already been started welding, but the trains hadn't. They were all pop riveted, and that's what gave part of it its speed. One of the biggest things the trains had problems with in the New York corridor was they froze. The brake lines were all underneath. Well, the GG1 was a submarine. Its brake lines were inside, so it never froze. So anytime the winter came, there was snow on the tracks, they'd pull these things back out of retirement, and they kept running them. Amtrak trains in the 70s were only able to do 75 miles an hour. not only did they soup this up a little bit, they got the GD1s to run 135 miles an hour. And at that time, they were already 60 years old and beating the pants off the modern trains that were less than a year. Anyway, so one of the things we decided to do was have what we call our PD Award for thinking outside the box and helping the organization move ahead at full speed. So our very first PD Award is going to go to Lezlie. Somewhere around 2014, Lezlie met Renee Leverett. Renee Leverett, as you guys all know, was our professional baseball player who started in the States and ended up in Canada. She met him. Renee said one of the first things we're having problems with on St. Martin after the breakup of the Netherlands and Toulouse was coaches. We didn't have access to the Olympics anymore, so we didn't have high performance coaching. Lezlie heard that, and so from Canada she brought seven coaches?
Four plus me.
Okay. She brought coaches down to the island to help train our coaches. Then the following year, she fell in love with the kids here so much, she brought our team up to Canada to play baseball up there. Then she started the Pop-Top program with us and has been instrumental. Remember the big container we had here with all the wheelchairs and all the stuff we helped unload? That was her and her Rotary Club. So Miss Lezlie, for all the stuff you've done for us over the years, we would like you to... No, wait. I was hoping you had a college shirt, but you didn't. So we have for you a GD1 pin from Claire Development.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you for all your help. Okay.
Thank you, everybody.
They always say that in everything there's a blessing. Good morning, good morning. And so one of the things that the storm has really shown me and helped the kids is the need and the thankfulness to help others. It's amazing to see how the kids have really rallied and have worked really hard to help others and how they feel really good about getting involved in service and getting involved in emptying containers. And they've really worked hard helping the people at the shelter and helping with the clothes. Well, last Saturday, one of the Rotarians was here and was helping the children with the stamps. And he mentioned that he'd lost his stamp collection. And so the kids had a vote, and they decided that that shouldn't be. So Jeff, would you come forward? The children have got together, and they would like to give you a stamp collection. It may not be as good as yours, but they just wanted to say thank you.